Oh my gosh, guys, I have not filmed for this channel in 3 months. This is the longest I've gone without filming for this channel since being on this channel. I've been on this channel for well over a decade and I've never skipped 3 months of keeping you guys in on my life. If you guys want to know what's happened, stay tuned for that update after the story time. I have a 2-year-long story time that I need to update you guys on. Look at my notes app. If you've been feeling like there's an elephant in the room for the past like 2 to 3 years and I've been super private and unable to share stuff, it's because I stand by the quote, tell no one until it's done, or don't tell anyone until it's done. I like to keep my matters private until I can actually talk. So I'm really excited. I feel like there's gonna be like bricks off my back. First of all, elephant in the room is this is a new set. I moved into my first ever house in LA, okay? This happened in February. So the last vlog you guys saw, we closed the storefront. Well, didn't actually, we still have it. We just had to clear out majority of the items there in Pennsylvania before moving to our house here. I'm finally settled. It's beautiful. The next vlog, I've been pre-filming, guys. The next vlog is a decorating the house vlog. It's all set up cute. I love the kitchen. I think the kitchen's my favorite part of this house. If you guys are longtime viewers, you know that I have a house in Pennsylvania. No, I did not sell it. I still am a homeowner in Pennsylvania. I just haven't been there for the longest I've ever not been home. So I haven't been home since February 3rd. It's now almost May. It's almost my birthday. I'm almost 31. But I am going back to Pennsylvania soon. So I am vlogging a lot here this week since I return soon. So yes, I will be showing you guys a little bit of like a house tour in my decorating vlog coming up next. I'm also doing a closet tour and then I will be home. I am back on YouTube because I can finally tell this story. It's just been really hard to be a YouTuber, share my life when I can't share my life. So yeah, let me get into this 2-year-long story time. And yes, I'm in my new home in LA. I moved from the Hills cottage. It was like a studio cottage in the Hollywood Hills. And now I'm in like the heart of Hollywood and it's a house. So I'm centrally located with 2 stories. It's a dream come true. It's really stressful to upgrade in LA. That's a whole other story time, I feel like. But let's first get into what the heck has been up, why I have been so private, what's going on with my life, and yeah. I am so ready. This story starts back at when I started my vintage shop, okay? So let's go back to January 2024. This is a very significant time period, and you guys can honestly go back on my channel and it all checks out. Like, it all makes sense if you go back to my YouTube discography. I talk really fast, so I need to like remember to take breaths. And those of you who are new don't even know that I was engaged to someone else. And yes, I'm currently committed to Johnny. This is my diamond ring. But I already talked about that on this channel, so I'm not gonna talk, that's not the announcement in this video. I'm very discreet and private in my romantic relationship. My husband partner is Johnny, and I am just so thankful for him. He really stepped up during this entire 2-year-long story about work. Okay, so if you guys want to know what this is about work. You guys don't even know what the story's about. Okay, so I got my LA Hills cottage, that studio cottage in the hills. I got that in November 2022. After I ended my engagement the February before. At this point, I was like 9 months freshly dating Johnny, and majority of the reason I ended my engagement with my ex was because our lives and what we wanted like didn't line up. I wanted to further my career. I didn't want to just be a YouTuber forever. I didn't want to be a family vlogger. I went through some like internet traumas that made me realize like if I ever have kids, like I don't want to post them on the internet. If I ever have a family, like even if I don't, like even if I'm older and just want to relax, like I don't want to feel the urgency to show my face, show my life, put a camera out. My ex really loved Pennsylvania or like the wilderness and just like didn't want to like pick up and move to a big city. But I knew if I wanted my career to follow a trajectory where I don't need to show my face to provide a nice life for myself and my future family, I had to pick up and go to a big city so I could start my business endeavors. Had the audience, had the YouTube channel, had the Instagram, whatever, but like I knew and I know that when you're an influencer, that eventually fizzles out. And I'm someone who was very privileged growing up. I landed into a very privileged career path. I'm used to living a certain way, and I knew for a fact, like, when my body started getting tired or when I decided to have kids, like, I want to be able to give my kids what I had times 10, but I also, like, want to be emotionally available. Like, I don't want to be working all the time or stressed all the time. And even though it looks like influencers have it nice, guys, when I tell you, when I was a full-time influencer, yeah, like, I had good paydays like 4 times a year, but like all the in between were very irregular bank statements. Credit score was weird. Like, it's not a stable income. It's no way to live. So my heart goes out to people who are like full-time influencing with nothing else, because no one talks about like what full-time influencing really is, because it's their job to look like they have like a perfect life. The main reason like I ended that relationship was because I didn't want to change his dreams and goals. I really valued what he loved in nature and camping. I knew he wanted to settle down with kids soon. I didn't want to have kids anytime soon. I wanted to grow my career. I had gone through so much internet stress with being an influencer that I was like, I don't want to be a full-time influencer. I was even like brainstorming going back to college, like maybe getting a degree, but then I was like, no, I don't know if I want to invest my money into something I didn't see myself doing forever. I left school for a reason. This is still 2022. I'm in this new relationship, and Johnny loves and wants all the same things I do. Like, if you guys don't know this about him, he was like a florist, and he was an actor. He was a child actor. He was doing a lot of things on Broadway. He's an equity actor. He was traveling to be on the stage. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, now that we're together, like, let's do this. Let's find like a crash pad in LA. I'll pursue my dreams of being a CEO and you pursue the acting. So that's when we first like moved in November 2022. We were together for like 6-ish, 7-ish months. We weren't like seriously dating then, like we were just casual. All of 2023, I'm home in Pennsylvania, and I was really depressed. That year is a blur. I feel like I lost track of my goals. I was doing a lot of partying, and like, I feel like alcohol has such a negative energy. I feel like it lowers your vibration so much. So I think that's why, like, I was just so stagnant all of 2023, and I wasn't thriving. I was just surviving. I think the aftermath emotionally of that breakup followed me like months later. So even though we got this new crash pad, I'll call it the LA studio. Yeah, I had that rent like aside the house I was owning in Pennsylvania, but I wasn't doing anything with it. So I was maybe there like once or twice that year, which is really bad, and I shouldn't have done that. I needed to take care of my mental health. So now it's fall 2023. That's when I was getting like some financial literacy, and I was going through the steps of maybe selling and buying, like upgrading my house. And I don't know, I just realized, oh, my bank statements aren't the best because I'm an influencer. And secondly, my credit score was like really bad, and I had no knowledge on how that stuff works. So I was like, yeah, no, I want to be a CEO. I don't want to be an influencer. I don't want to change my life until I get my dream job. Being an influencer, guys, it does pay well, but it doesn't pay regularly. You basically work for yourself and you are freelance. So yes, influencers are rich, but they're not like organized rich, if that makes sense. Like, it's rich every so often. And I don't think the people that you're watching will ever say that. And I think they will cling to whatever they can to look like they're not struggling. What I'm saying is, being an influencer was like, I knew it was no way I wanted to live, especially since I was turning 30 soon. So at this point, I'm 20, I think I turned 28 that May. So this is the January before I turned 28. Oh my gosh, this is like a 3 to 4 year story time. As soon as the new year rolls up, it's January 2024, I knew I wanted to limit alcohol. I didn't want to drink anymore. I still drink like socially, but it was like a lifestyle, okay? So I was like, I don't want to party anymore, I'll call it that. And I wanted to start meetings to start a business. I had dissolved Beautiful Mess, my fragrance, because I was selling that independently, guys. Beautiful Mess was essentially a small business. I wanted a corporation. I wanted a company. I wanted multiple fragrance launches. I didn't want to just, you know, ride out this Beautiful Mess until my influencing career died. Now, did I? No. So I said, you know what? I want to go to LA for New Year's, January 2024. I called up my manager that managed me during like 2017, 2018, 2019. And I said, hey, can we work together again? He said, sure. I always stayed in touch with him as a friend. We stopped working together because of the pandemic. So I called him and I was like, hey, do you want to work together again? He's like, sure. He was my first manager ever with Nikki and Gabi. So he was like, yes, let's do this. Everything fell apart as soon as I stopped working with this manager. So good thing we kept each other close. As soon as I get to LA, January 2024, he has a meeting for me and a fragrance house to invest in me and my next fragrance. All's going well. So January 2024, all the way till May, my birthday, I turned 28. It was that boat birthday. I'm like, yay, I'm getting a fragrance company to back me. Then I'm doing meetings with them all that year. It's like a year and a half of meetings, guys. I have the attorney who reps Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be a fragrance CEO. I'm so excited. I'm like spending money to make money at this point. I'm like, yes, I'm renting in LA because Johnny, he's doing his acting stuff. And by the way, me and Johnny both were renting together in the Hills Cottage. He's really focused on his acting. He signed with traditional acting management. I am now in my meetings to be a fragrance CEO. I go home for Valentine's Day because I love Pennsylvania. This is now February 2025, okay? This was a month after I started Lexapro for the first time. And all of a sudden, it's Valentine's Day. Johnny and I are driving through Pennsylvania for Valentine's Day, trying to find like little like shacks that are selling antiques. Like that's our dream Valentine's Day, is to find like little antique malls, antique shops that no one knows about. So we're in the outskirts of Pennsylvania, barely any service. I get a phone call. No, I get a text from my manager. He's like, you're gonna want to get on the phone. I don't have the best news and I need to tell you over the phone. Immediately my heart sinks. I'm turning 30 that coming May, okay? I've been in these meetings since I was 27 years old. I get on the phone and my manager goes, I'm so sorry. The fragrance house had to pull out from your contract because they're kind of going under. I knew there was a recession. I knew a lot was happening financially in like the business world, but I was like, thank God I was on Lexapro. Johnny's in the antique mall. It's literally love day, okay? I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm literally shaking while telling this part of the story. If I wasn't on Lexapro right now, I probably would be crying telling this part of the story. I was like, okay, wow, all right. And mind you, okay, I left out the part where I started Hometown Vintage, what was it, March 2024. So 2 to 3 months after I started talks of having this like fragrance house contract, I was super like motivated to like start a brand. So I was like accidentally selling antiques. So how that happened, Hometown Vintage was an accident, by the way. I need to get into that. So 3 months into like being in LA and, you know, seeing all of like the old Hollywood costumes and vintage, it's literally the best place to shop for vintage clothing. A lot of my subscribers were DMing with my house's account, the Cottage Palace on Instagram. They were like, hey, can you send me hand-me-downs? I love your style. I love what you post in your Hills Cottage. Do you have anything with this aesthetic? So Hometown Vintage was an accident. And I started Whatnot Hometown Vintage April or March 2024. So the month before I turned 28. I need to take another breath. I spent that whole summer in Pennsylvania just growing the antique shop because that made me happier than being an influencer. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be doing brand deals. I need to take like the summer off. My New Year's resolution that year was, if it doesn't make me happy, I'm not gonna do it. It literally at that point just felt like vaudeville. And if you guys don't know what that is, look up like 1920s vaudeville. It was basically a theater that had people performing for free. I was like, I don't feel like YouTubing. I think it was like mentally exhausting at that time because I had just recently gone through that breakup. A lot of people were invested in, why did that happen? Why don't you hang out with this person anymore? Why are you selling your things? Like, I was just like, nah, I'm just going to make pretty packages and send them to my subscribers. Let me go back to when I was dropped by the fragrance house. So at least I still had Hometown Vintage. I was like, okay, I have my vintage shop. That's still a business. I need to be grateful. Yes, the like multi-million like idea of having a corporation that may have dissolved right now, but I need to be grateful that God gave me my small business, Hometown Vintage. I have my storefront where I sell furniture. I have my Whatnot live streams where I sell individual garments. And at the time, I didn't have a website. So I was like, okay, maybe I need to start a website. That was like in the back of my head, okay? So I go to Bermuda. I fly all of my closest friends out for my 30th birthday, kind of like behind my manager's back, and he knows this, but this is the best part. I was pretending to be a manager. I'm not gonna tell you what my manager's name was, but I was messaging other fragrance houses and companies and like cosmetic companies behind my manager's back, because I was like, at this point, I want to take matters into my own hands. Like, that's kind of wrong to do that. I'm not suggesting like go behind your team's back, but when you really want something, you go for it, okay? That's how unhappy I was being a full-time influencer. I don't want my face to control my income. I was like, I just want to be human, put my creativity through my hands and just like make something people can enjoy and be in their house, whether that's a garment, a fragrance, a nightgown, a vanity chair. Like, I just want my creativity to flow into my hands and just create something that could support my life and the way I want to live. So, we're in Bermuda and on the flight home, I find out that one of my only salaried sponsorships was backing out because of tariffs. As soon as I landed, I was looking at my fat savings account and I'm like, you're gonna reinvest this money into your own company. You need to. I hired someone to make my website. I taught myself how to run it. Zena and I are Hometown Vintage, okay? Zena, Johnny, and I are Hometown Vintage. We have some admins that we hire here and there to help with like customer service, but us three, we're Hometown Vintage, okay? I started making the Hometown Honey merch shop, which, by the way, I don't know if the Antique Mall top is out yet, but I have an Antique Mall top coming out with the Hometown Honey shop. If you want your Hometown Honey blue hydrangea tank, it's restocked and it's so cute. We have a sweatshirt too now. I never got to advertise that because that launched on the Hometown Honey shop before I took the break on YouTube. So I get the website done, then the Hometown Honey shop. Everything's looking so good and I'm like, so excited. Still in talks with that other fragrance house that I was pretending to be a manager with, but I was like kind of hopeless about it. I felt like the talk started in like May or June and then kind of were very sporadic and spotty. It is now August. My manager calls me back and goes, I know all didn't go well with that one fragrance house that dropped you on Valentine's Day, but I found an investor that wants you to create a female-founded skincare line. Had I not taken matters in my own hands and created a website and a world that makes a brand, an aesthetic, I used what my Hometown Vintage shop was on Whatnot. I made it an Instagram account and then I took that Instagram account to a website, and that website and the momentum from that got this female-founded investing company called Volition to want to back me and my vision for a skincare brand / products. I'm like, oh my gosh, I literally wanted to cry. I couldn't believe that was happening, which, by the way, this is sample C. It's still in the sample bottle. This is the glass bottle, but I launched the pre-order for my Milky toners, the vanilla Milky toner for the morning routines and the La Vie en Rose milk for the evening routines. If you guys want to check that out, the pre-order link is in the description box. I still am keeping you guys updated on TikTok and Reels, but the reason why they're pre-ordered is because they're not going to be ready until this coming July or August. So these are what they look like right now, but eventually I'm going to show you guys the engraved bottles. The vanilla milk's going to be like a creamy color, an iced latte color that it's going to smell like a vanilla latte, and the evening rose milk is going to smell very floral and like roses, and it's gonna be pink. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about that later towards the end of this story time. I don't know how long this story time is gonna be. Oh my gosh, I've been filming for 30 minutes. This is gonna be so long. I haven't posted a video like this in forever. I'm like freaking out, but then I'm like, wait, I don't know if this is gonna be a conflict or like, I don't know if there's any exclusivity clauses with a skincare line that is scented skincare, which by the way, we use all healthy ingredients to create the scents to the vanilla milk and the rose milk. So just putting that out there. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this going to conflict with if I do sign on with the fragrance house for another fragrance? So the fragrance house that me as a fake manager was talking to, they sell in Ulta. They sell in Ulta, and I'm like, I want to be in a store. I want to be in a department store. That's always been like my dream, like a CVS, Walgreens, Ulta, or Sephora. I don't want to just sit on my website. So when I was talking to this fragrance company, I'm like, obviously the goal is a department store. Even though commissions aren't as good in those, like the foot traffic in the stores is like what I want. So just so you know, I'm literally wearing the perfume right now. I'm literally wearing the perfume right now. This is crazy. Okay, so I'm sure you can assume where this story goes. So I just signed on with Volition to create my Milky toners. By the way, I had to pitch myself like PowerPoint pitching over Zoom to this company all summer long, okay? So I'm hustling the Hometown Vintage orders. I'm doing the Tuesday, Thursday live shows on Whatnot. I'm doing Nikki and Gabi. I'm doing my vlog channel. I'm now like working, oh, and I'm doing the Hometown Honey shop. I think I made a vlog where I was like, life with 6 incomes, okay? So basically I have no free time anymore. Like not at all. Thank God I have a very independent partner, okay? I finally get the news that I got the contract. I have the attorney, the Bed Bath & Beyond attorney, okay? I have the good attorney again. All the ducks are in a row. I'm so excited. Then the fragrance house emails me. I think it was Halloween. I was dressed like Snow White, okay? Hi, like we loved your meetings. We would love to launch our first ever fragrance with you. They sell candles in Ulta, but they've never sold a fragrance, this company. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what? So I had to like figure out if this was okay. So I had to obviously make sure that there was no like exclusivity issues. So not only am I launching skincare this summer, but I'm launching perfume. God is good, but what's also really good is believing in yourself and taking risks. This story time is 3 years long. I could have given up. I could have just been like, even way back when I was like engaged to someone else, I could have just been like, you know, I'm just gonna have kids and keep this relationship because it's comfortable and that's what he wants. But instead, I took the risk. My mental health got really bad along the way. Look, I'm on Lexapro, okay? Like, it's not rainbows and butterflies when you put your dreams first, but now I'm sitting in my house in the heart of LA, like not even the outside, okay? I'm in the heart of LA. I'm with the love of my life. I have a very girly fragrance coming out, a mature but girly and refreshing fragrance coming out with very unique notes in it. I think this is the first fragrance that has this very girly and unique note in it. And I can't wait to announce that to you guys. I also can't wait to be in your guys' bathrooms on your vanities with 2 very beautiful tall glass bottles that smell so good and make your skin so soft. Now I'm going to respond to why I haven't posted in 3 months. I haven't posted in 3 months because I've been moving in, going from a studio, like a 1-bedroom with a bathroom and a kitchen, okay, and a balcony, going from that to a 2-bedroom house with 2 stories, and then all of the meetings that I've been doing. And I'm filming Nikki and Gabi because guess what? Listen to this news. Because I want to. Guess where I'm going tonight to hang out for fun to watch Euphoria? To Nikki's. Us 4 are like best friends now. Like Johnny, me, Jules, Nikki, Puppy. Like that's who we decide to hang out with for fun. I'm brunette. My hair is healthy. My hair is this long. I'm wearing extensions, but I'm growing out my natural hair. I'm on a high dose of Lexapro, which is fine because like I needed it. A lot of the mistakes I've made on the internet, by the way, came from like all of my mental health issues. I knew that if my dream was to have some sort of ownership of companies, to live storefront in like department stores, or to start these endeavors, I needed to get my mental health in check, because I feel like I was the face of a lot of my errors online, my drinking problems. I made some really bad internet decisions when I was drunk. So I needed to get rid of the partying, and I needed to get on Lexapro. That's the medicine I'm on, by the way. I never said that on YouTube. I've only said that on TikTok. Anytime I get super happy, if something really good would happen to me, I'd get too excited and make reckless, self-sabotaging decisions. I needed to get my mental health in check. So I was like, I need to limit the partying. I need to get my mental health in check. I need to grow my hair. Like, I just was like, I feel like hair theory is so true. Like, I just needed healthy hair, healthy vibes. I don't know. I needed to take care of myself. So with that being said, I haven't posted because I was moving. And I wanted my privacy while I was moving, but I was also taking on a lot of these meetings that like I haven't told you guys about yet. So what was I gonna film? Get ready with me to go to a board meeting, get ready with me to do this interview with a fulfillment center. Like what, like there's no way. I was like, it's better to just omit than like tell a lie. Like I couldn't just lie and be like, I'm gonna go get brunch and take some influencer content. I had said in the past, like I want a husband, I want a family. Like I felt like before my frontal lobe was fully developed, like those were my dreams and goals. But then seeing how life goes, I'm like, I want to be emotionally available to myself. I want to live a healthy lifestyle. I want to invest in myself while I'm young. I'm still young. Like I was somehow convinced, because I had posted my life on YouTube since I was like 18 years old so much, like that I was old when I was 25. I needed to get married. I needed to have kids. No. Those of you who stuck around, even through all my crazy shit online, okay? Those of you who stuck around, know my heart, know who I am, like as a person, as a friend even. None of this would be possible without you, and I just want to say thank you, and thank you for being patient with me and for just clicking on this video and trusting me, trusting that maybe there's a big story behind why she's so private. Like I feel like some of you who have stuck around understand there could be reason behind like everything. But also with that being said, because I've kind of been so off the grid, and same with Nikki, like we are in talks of doing another reality thing. So we've been posting on Nikki and Gabi. Stay tuned with that. We've been pre-filming so much. Nikki and I are basically like Tuscan moms right now. If you know, you know. I'm gonna wrap this up because I have to go. I want to pose for a thumbnail real quick. I love you all so much, and I can't wait for you to smell this. I love you, and I'll see you in my next fancy vlog when I'm decorating this house. But I want to turn around real quick and show you guys. I mean, I didn't clean it, but this is my vanity. But yes, I'll see you guys so soon. Bye.